I told y'all I was gonna get them. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If it's your first time here, please do me a huge favor by dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you have not already. And for all my longtime subscribers, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. We just hit 4,000 subscribers and I can't thank y'all enough, man. I really do appreciate all the support. And for all my new subscribers, the channel's been growing, pretty, steadily over the last few months or whatnot. I really do appreciate it. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a special video, y'all. A shoe I have wanted for a very long time, okay? That shoe is none other than the Yeezy 350 V1 Turtle Dove. Let's go ahead and start with the box. So here you have it, standard Yeezy 350 box right here. 350 on the top, Boost on the side, and you've got your size tag information here. And I picked this up in a US men's size 9.5, and we will talk about sizing and everything later. But really quick with the box, if you're not aware, the original Yeezy 350 V1 box was more of a standard kind of cardboard box, just like this, but it had more of a flip top to the box instead of the slide out that we always see with the 350 V2. So they decided to go with the 350 V2 box here. I don't know why, but whatever. It's just a box, right? Cool. But there we have it. Okay, and here is what y'all been waiting for. The Yeezy 350 V1 Turtle Dove, y'all. Get a look at them in all their glory. A certified classic. One of my favorite shoes in my entire collection. And we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna go over the shoe like I normally do, but I'm just gonna talk about, in general, probably do a little rambling about my feelings on this shoe because I'm glad to have it, but it feels kind of weird to have them in hand, I gotta be honest. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? So first off, I actually ended up not hitting for these on Yeezy Day. I've actually had these for a few weeks now, and I had plans to do like a special type of video for it, but I just haven't had enough time, so I figured I'd go ahead and just get them on the channel, and maybe I'd do something different with these in the future. But I wanted to give y'all a look at them because I know some people have been waiting to see this shoe and wanted to hear my opinion, so I figured let's go ahead and do it. Now, like I said, I didn't get these on Yeezy Day. I actually ended up getting these from GOAT. I know. I always say I do not like going the resale route, but this right here is I made an exception. And also it wasn't that bad because I ended up like just getting rid of a couple things or like that I wasn't really wearing at all to help pay for this. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But I finally got them in hand. So let's just go ahead and talk about it, man. So you got that prime knit upper all over the shoe, classic kind of stripe pattern all the way throughout the upper. Now, when you see this shoe initially, it kind of looks like it's gray and black, but it's actually gray with navy blue, details throughout the shoe. Hopefully you guys can make that out there. And then you've got that kind of classic all white midsole here. This midsole, I will say, it does feel a little more solid than the 350 V2 for some reason. But just still glad to have this in the collection, man. And there's one detail on the shoe that I've kind of, overlook or never really noticed, and it's this white stitching that goes along right underneath the lace area. Hopefully you can make that out. It's like right there. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. Right along there's a white stitching. If you can see it. I just figured I'd call it out because I've, never really paid attention to it that much, but just wanted to mention it. Moving around to the toe box there, you can get a better look there at that navy blue stitching that runs down the middle of the toe. And you've got these laces. I've always really liked these laces here, that pattern on it. I don't know why. I just think it looks super, super nice. This lace right here to me just looks like typical Yeezy laces. I've always really liked it. Let's take a look at the medial side of the shoe, which has one of my favorite parts of this shoe, and it is that black piece of suede here. Try to get a little close up there. Hopefully you can make out the detail on it. It is really soft. And on this side, you've got the Adidas Trefoil logo there imprinted into the suede. And on the right shoe, you've got YZY branding on the suede there as well. I wish they would kind of start bringing that YZY branding and put it on more things. I just think it adds like a nice little, you know, touch to the shoe and, you know, whatever. So, but yeah, that's the medial side of the shoe, y'all. Give y'all another look at it, man. Classic, classic shoe, man. I'm so glad to finally have these. Now let's take a look at the actual heel of the shoe. So as you can see there, better look at the actual outsole there. You got the gray, you can see the knit pattern, all that stuff. And you've got that classic 350 pull tab on the back in like a beige or kind of off-white color with red stitching there. All right, really, really fire stuff, man. I just can't believe I have these in hand. And it's crazy to have them in hand because it's just like, I never thought they would re-release these. I've always wanted them to, and I'm glad they did. You know, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the actual outsole. That nice cream outsole there. You got Adidas Trefoil branding right there. Boost back here. Very, very fire, y'all. Clean outsole. Now, I think when these released back in 2015, it was at the height of like the Yeezy hype. I mean, it was pretty much impossible or near impossible to get a pair of these. And looking at this outsole, I remember the outsole being one of the problem or issues with the shoe because it's, I think it's a painted outsole, and I believe this is the same. They haven't changed anything. And if you're not aware, because it is painted, once you start wearing these outsoles will really start to chip. The paint is really gonna come off. So I don't really do this much anymore, but I might have to put some sole protectors on these. And I'm not gonna wear these all the time. This is gonna be more like a special occasion shoe because I'm not gonna get another pair. This is gonna be the only one I have, you know, for now, unless they drop them again. I might have to double up. But just wanna mention that. But yeah, that's about all, guys. Oh, one thing I almost forgot, the heel of the shoe. I wanted to talk about it. So there's a lot of padding around here, and it is extremely like solid and structured. And you notice it when you put it on your foot. It's not like the 350 V2. I mean, the V2 had a lot of padding around the Achilles area, but this right here feels a lot, there's like something else in there, more structure to it. You'd have to try it on to understand what I'm saying. But you definitely notice it as soon as you put the shoe on, I will say that. But yeah, that'll be about all, guys, for the 350 V1 Turtle Dove. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what y'all think, man. Were y'all able to get these, or did you pick them up resale? Just kind of curious to know who actually got these shoes. And before we get into the on feet and all that, y'all know I like to give my final thoughts on the shoe. So, as for this being a must pick up, y'all guessed it, man. I would say yes, it is a must pick up. I'm not sure what the resale is going for now, but around that time, it was hovering around like 500 or so. And I wouldn't say to spend that money outright, but like I said, I have like a couple other items and shoes and stuff. Well, I sold a couple of my Yeezy jackets that were too big that I wasn't wearing. So I sold those to help pay for this shoe, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I still think it's a must pick up, man. It is a fire shoe and a must have for any collector. And I'm so glad they brought it back. Now, the sizing's probably what you're wondering. Now, one thing about these shoes that I really like, just a little bit more than the V2, and it's the prime knit. So, I mean, you probably can't tell from this, but you know with 350 V2s, if you own them, they're woven a little tighter. You can see here, like when I'm pressing on it, there's nothing underneath here. That's something else that just came to my mind. The 350 V2 does have like some sort of like piece underneath here to give it a little more added structure. So that does contribute to making the shoes fit a little tighter. On this, the prime knit is a lot softer, it's a little more comfortable, and there's nothing underneath the toe to, you know, to make it feel tighter. So if you look, I'm just pressing on it, it just feels like really soft, and I like that. So for sizing, I would say, go with whatever your normal 350 V2 size is. I went with my usual 9.5, and they fit great. My toe is probably right about at the end of my finger here. So I've got a little bit of room in there. And I will say there's actually no complaints as far as the fit of this shoe. I've had more 350 V2s, you know, that same size that have given me problems in the toe box area. So with these, absolutely no issues with the fit. One thing I also did notice, like I mentioned earlier, the Achilles area back here is extremely structured. You feel it as soon as you put it on. And the midsole, the actual sole of this shoe, feels a lot more solid than the 350 V2. And that was kind of shocking to me because they both have boosts. The midsoles look pretty much the same, right? But like I mentioned earlier, this feels a lot more solid. I don't know if it's a little bit different or how they put it into the sole, who knows? But for my foot, when I put it on, I noticed immediately that these feel a little more like a solid comfort. Now, I'm not talking like Yeezy 700 solid, like 700 V1 or anything, but you notice that they do fit a little bit different. That was a lot. I'm just trying to give y'all enough information that you have, but you know, go with your normal 350 size, which I always suggest is a half size up, and you will be good to go. No complaints there. But yeah, that's it, y'all, for the 350 V1. What I will say, I want to end this video. I'm so glad to have these shoes in hand finally, but it's kind of weird having them, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit. So now that I've got them in hand, I've always kind of thought that, like, I really like this shoe, okay? I've always wanted a pair. But I have also always felt that the 350 V2 was a necessary upgrade. It just always kind of felt like something on this shoe was missing. And now that I've got this shoe in hand, I still have that feeling. And I don't know what it is. Like when you see it, you're like, okay, cool. You know, I finally got them and I'm happy to have them. But now that we have, you know, the 350 V2, you've got the stripe on the side, Supply 350. You've the prime knit, you've got the translucent stripes on some of them. And just overall, I think the sole feels a little bit better. Just the added details on the 350 V2 give it a better look, I think. Well, let me be clear. I feel like it adds a little bit more as far as the overall design to the 350, if that makes sense. I still kind of like, I like the way this prime knit is like, you know, not as tight as the V2, but I just kind of felt like the shoe, after having so many 350 V2s, is a little more plain than the V2s. That's all I'm trying to say, really. But still glad to have them in the collection, y'all. Can't believe I actually got them now. I did forget one thing. I'm so excited to have these shoes, I'm forgetting. But you've got the insole is like a navy blue with black Adidas Yeezy branding on it. So there's that. Okay, and I think the other one is the same too. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, now that's all, guys, for the Yeezy 350 V1 Turtle Dove. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Also, drop a like on the video and please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Again, I do appreciate all the support. I thank each and every one of you for watching the videos, commenting on all my videos, dropping your likes, sharing it. I do really appreciate it. Thank you all, and I will see you next time.